So when we were covering the Cowboys Super Bowl teams in the 90s, I never heard the phrase, I never wrote the phrase, the triplets. Somehow that came after, to me, in my mind, I'm going to need to do my research, that came like after 1992 for sure, after 1993 for sure. And I never called them that. I never thought of it. It became a poster, I think, later. And now it's a thing, the triplets. And it's a thing in the NFL today as you try to rank which team has which group that's the best. I think most of us, became aware of the concept, even though obviously quarterback, running back, wide receiver, that's been around for a long time. But the concept of the triplets is a Dallas Cowboys concept originally, featuring future Hall of Famers Aikman and Emmitt and Irvin. You get a great quarterback, you get a great running back, you get a great wide receiver, triplets. How about the 2021 Dallas Cowboys? Are they there? So CBS did a thing. They ranked all 32 triplets. Houston Texans came in last. Washington, I think, came in number 19. And the Dallas Cowboys fare extremely well, being judged as employing the third best trio of quarterback, running back, and wide receiver in the league, with only the Packers and the Chiefs standing above Dallas. Now, the article by CBS, you know how we do it here. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. No baloney, straight dope. So we can dig into the analysis, and we can take issue with some of the analysis. CBS Sports makes quite an issue of three things. One, ding, Dak's ankle surgery. We've been telling you this since the end of February. It's just not really much of an issue at all. But CBS thinks it is. Item number 2, ding, the idea that Amari Cooper could be pushed in the wideout pecking order around here by both CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup. His point would be much better made to just say that CeeDee Lamb could push it. Michael Gallup is not going to push Amari Cooper to be the number one receiver here. The chances of Michael Gallup leading this team in yards, touchdowns, receptions is very small, as good as a player as he is. The odds of CeeDee Lamb catching up with Amari Cooper, those exist. And then item number 3, ding, Ezekiel Elliott keeping his job in part because of, CBS writes, Jerry Jones's ego and love for marketing. Now listen, nobody talks more and writes more about the Cowboys and marketing, hashtag 53 brands, America's team, Jerry Jones, all of it, than me. In the last 31 years, nobody's written more about it than me. There's nobody, no way. So I feel like I have a pretty good grasp of it. But Ezekiel Elliott is not the starting running back for the Dallas Cowboys because of marketing. He's their best running back. And there's a good discussion to be had about what Tony Pollard's role should be and whether it should be increased a little bit from last year. There's a good discussion to be had about whether or not Ezekiel Elliott can rebound and contend for a rushing title again. Something that we'll talk about here in a future visit. But Dak's fine. Amari Cooper's number 1. And Ezekiel Elliott is not on this team for marketing purposes. That's the sort of cliched take that you often see written by out-of-town guys who really don't know the principles involved, frankly. But still a pretty sweet ranking. Thanks, CBS. Cowboys Nation should be saying. There's no real arguments for ranking the Cowboys higher, I don't think. You're already in the same discussion with the number 1 and number 2 groups. Aaron Rodgers leads the number 1 group. He's got Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, and listen, they have an outstanding group, but Aaron Rodgers is in the middle of it. It's same as Kansas City, which I think is the number 2 group. Patrick Mahomes, plus a guy and a guy, is going to rank really high. And those are your 1, 2, and 3s. Chiefs, Packers, Cowboys. That's pretty lofty company, especially because the Chiefs have been in 2 straight Super Bowls, and the Packers have been in 2 straight conference championship games. Heady stuff. The real story in Dallas, though, you know this if you're a longtime Cowboy Nation guy, is not just about comparing Dak and Zeke and Amari to their contemporaries, as heady and lofty as that is. In Dallas, if you play those three positions, you're not compared to Aaron Jones. You're not compared to Tyreek Hill. You're compared to these triplets in Dallas that you walk in the same footsteps of. You are trying to do it as well as Aikman and Emmitt and Irvin, because you're trying to be the best in the NFL that way. Fish in Frisco.